Some devils. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Questions first. We got an order question, goddamn it. Then we'll go to the next video in line, which I already have brought up. First question. Well, the only question for orders is Antonio Zamora. Sup, J-Dog? Back with another order and a question. Way I like it, brah. Got question and an order. I don't get much better than that. What are your thoughts on people who wear Dawn of the Blackhearts tees? 2 paws up for me as far as I'm concerned. Most metal merch is definitely gruesome and made to shock, but this just sits uneasy with me knowing that it was somebody involved in the scene who was genuinely depressed and took his own life. To me, when I see people wear it, I just think edgy poser trying to look cool. Call me a box of chocolate boy for that opinion, if you will, but I'm interested to hear your take on it. So, I mean, I have the picture disc on my goddamn wall, my home office, the one that I usually record videos in. So my stance on it is I actually don't have the shirt myself. I wouldn't be against wearing it, though. I kind of didn't get it because it's a little, it's a little tutti frutti, I guess. But although I got a lot of tutti frutti shirts, so that's not an excuse. I don't know. I just don't have it because I just don't. Part of it is, I guess, too, which I don't even think that to be the reason because I don't really give a fuck. But that is one that you're almost asking for attention. I don't know if you're asking for attention like DS on Once Upon the Cross or like a Cradle of Filth, Jesus is a cunt, because just the person that's dead on it, they just might be like, that's kind of fucking weird. You got a crazy ass fucking photo. And they might not even know it's real. They might think it's a painting or so. Someone that's out of the loop. So it's asking for attention, but maybe not as asking attention as the Once Upon the Cross. They know what it is. It's Jesus. Jesus is a cunt. That's things like that. Fuck me, Jesus, Marduk. That's definitely asking for attention. But it's pushing it. It's borderline. It's getting to the where it's asking for attention. And personally, I don't want the goddamn attention. As far as people wearing shirts and shit, I think it's fucking great. And my stance on it is this: when you made it to that level, maybe not even that level, is you're archived in history forever. And not to mention the people wearing it, I think that's just a great fucking record. It's one of the recordings with Dead on it. I have several different color variant LPs of that. I think I have like 5 different versions of Dawn of the Blackhearts. It's not as good as Live in Leipzig, but it was another good one. Them, Live in Zeitz, Live in Joy. Those are primarily when I listen to Mayhem. It's that and Dave Mysterious, Thompson Thomas. Pretty much. I mean, rarely do I ever put Death Crush on. Pure fucking Armageddon demo is literally unlistenable. Everything after Dave Mysterious I thought was fucking junk, so I never paid attention to any of it. I didn't even like Wolf's Lair Abyss personally. But as far as him being on a shirt, fuck. I mean, if my dead body's on a fucking t-shirt and people wearing it, I think that'd be great. I'd be all up for it because the way I see it, and I've had this conversation with numerous people a few times, is to me, success is defined that if you are remembered after you die, and that not counting your family and friends, that don't count. My mom misses me. No shit. My sister does. No, that don't count, man. I'm talking about people that you have never met, that you don't know, but they talk about you after you die. That to me defines success. You at least did something in this world. You left your thumbprint in some way, shape, or form. And that's to be completely honest with you, that is one of the reasons that I actually started this channel. Just for like when the day I die, I kind of left a thumbprint. There's videos of me out there. Whether people love me, hate me, it makes zero difference to me either way. I could completely care less. I'd rather you actually hate me than that I had zero significance to you. You know what I mean? To where you just didn't carry the weight. Like, I don't even watch. I don't even know who this guy is. I preferred you hate me because I'm at least embedded in your fucking mind, and I left my thumb fucking print, my viewpoints, and who I am on the world to people that I'll never meet. So that was one of the reasons. That wasn't the sole reason, the main reason, but that was one of them. Because I even had this conversation, like I remember talking about Macabre or so, and seeing the guys like just how they're getting older, and how long are they going to live, et cetera, et cetera. And I remember they're like, yeah, I don't know if they have any kids or anything. They thought that was kind of like sad. Oh, for as long as they've been around, St. Rose got done this, done that. They don't have any kids. And I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? Who gives a shit they don't have kids? Think about the average person that has kids. They're running success around them full fucking circle. Macabre's not some big band, but they at least, when they're dead and gone, 20 years after all 3 of them are dead, there will be people still listening to them. Now, are they going to be as big as some fucking Black Sabbath or something? No. But they've done more than the average person who just worked his 9 to fucking 5 job, and the only people that cared after you died was your family members. you know. So that's how I define success. Made it to a fucking t-shirt, you made it. Because a lot of people, they define a success, and I find it fucking always hilarious, is my kids were my biggest success. I'm like, dude, our mindsets are so different when I hear that. That to me is laughable. That's your definition of success. Your biggest achievement was having kids. In that case, okay, well, the fucking $20 fucking crack whore down the street that's got 10 kids with fucking 10 different guys, that's the most successful ass motherfucker out there. Do you look at it that way? I don't. I'm like, this is some fucking useless lowlife. Having a kid, is that because you had offspring? Because you're a fucking? Who is it fucking? That ain't success. Maybe that's your most beloved person in the world. That's fine. That's an acceptable answer. But that's what you define as my greatest achievement. Some pretty low ass fucking standards in my goddamn book. So I don't look at it that way. And money doesn't define success either. Money is all that is a fucking tool that makes life easier and more fucking convenient, and you can enjoy your life. That doesn't define success either. I got $100 million in my bank account. Okay, well, are you fucking miserable? Yeah, well, then you weren't very fucking successful. So, yeah, I define it by, are you remembered after the fucking grave, when you're beyond the fucking grave, by people that you never even knew? And Dead sure fucking is. His music's being listened to, and he's splattered all over a fucking t-shirt. That to me is two paws way the fuck up, and I can only hope to make it to that level of success, which I know I won't. So he beat me. And shit, he did it. Was he 20 or 21 when he died? He out successed me in 20, 21 years. I've been on this for 38 fucking years and running circles around me. So two paws up, Dad. So yeah, put me on a goddamn t-shirt the day I fucking die. That's the way I goddamn see it. Next video online questions. Just when you thought they can't get any dumber or wimpier, check out this tampon boy. 266 big ass fucking comments. 2-4 scandal. He usually has something always positive to say. Sub Devils, why isn't Archgoat ever discussed in a civil manner on this crap channel? Crap channel that you're watching. And I know you watch because he's commenting on several other channels. Why? It is like uncool to talk about them or something. Shout out CH. I mean, I'm sure I mentioned Archgoat. Why don't I talk to them about them very often? Because I don't think they're that fucking great, to be completely honest with you. I think if you got the Jesus Spawn demo, you're good to motherfucking go. That's my take. Because I think the best thing Archgoat did was Jesus Spawn. After that, it was just kind of repetitive. I think the vocals sound cool. The whole atmosphere sounds cool. But to me, it's just kind of repetitive. I'm like, oh, all right. These kind of songs all blur together to me. And again, before some dumb comes over and says it, just if somebody was to claim, well, yeah, so does Incantation, so does Mortician. I get that. I can totally see that. For me, I just really enjoy the song still personally. But if somebody says, yeah, I don't really like Mortician, I don't really like Incantation, because the shit's all sounds the same, blurs together. I'm like, fair enough. I can see that. Totally see that. It's not like we're talking about goddamn Running Wild or something. Shit don't blur. If somebody said that, I'm like, fucking idiot. We talking about shit blurs together. Don't blur together at all. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But Incantation, Mortician, but that's where Archgoat is for me too. Shit kind of blurred together. I couldn't really tell it apart. I thought the sound was really cool. They're probably the fucking kings of we're back. Been around for 30 years. Now you have it. You're gone for, well, they left after the Angel Cunt EP. What was that, 91, 92? And then when did they come back? I remember when they first put out that 7-inch comeback. Was that 2005? Been only 13 fucking years. So if they claim they've been around for 30 years, well, shave off 13. You're down to 17. Brah, brah. So they're the kings of that. Well, one of the kings. Then the Misfits. Profanatica's kind of in that fucking boat. Who else is it? But they claim they've been around for the entrails are probably the fucking kings. Well, maybe no. They didn't do it back. They're the kings of early start in their band. Started in 92. First demo came out in 2009. What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. Stupid shit like that. But yeah, to me, Archgoat got one thing, you got it all. That's the way I fucking saw it. I know it's going to piss some guys off. They think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. That's fucking fine. I don't give a shit. To me, if I had to choose Deceased or Archgoat, I'm taking Deceased every goddamn day of the week. And as far as why talking about to me, they're not that interesting to talk about because through hells and shit like that, I see what sells in the underground. That's kind of like, to me, they're the kind of like the popular, the cool band, the trendy band. You know what I mean? What do you mean Archgoat's trendy? I'm not saying it's trendy in the sense of fucking the mainstream, but in the underground, yeah, it's kind of like you gotta like them. Well, why do you gotta like them? You know. So to me, it's like, let's just talk about somebody like you don't get that for Deceased, for example. Like, you don't get that for Hobbs Angel of Death. You just know the bands you don't. I'm just like, because I think a lot of the guys they talk like the big bad tough guy Cabal guy's like, yeah, you're an underground shit if you like Archgoat. It's like everybody in the underground kind of likes him. So it's kind of like that's. I like the stuff that's kind of like less accepted, to be honest with you. Then there's stuff that I do that's obviously big too, but I you're bringing them up as like some obscure topic to talk about. Like it's so interesting. Yeah, just go to any fucking underground show and bring them up, especially if it's black metal. Everybody likes them in the room, so that's the way I saw it. Brian asked, Rah, you got an ex chick stalking your channel? Not my ex girlfriend. Somebody else isn't been following me yet. Total fucking moron. Makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. Ethereal Metal Records, question marks. What do you think about the new Osmos Deeds of Flesh LPs? Any update on doing Path of the Weakening? So I thought they were pretty good. Seeing the cover where it's kind of like a square and the logo around it, the reason they did that, I don't have any inside information, but I just know how this shit works. Nobody has files, and they had to scan the CD. So scanning the CD from a full color artwork like that, it would have been fuzzy and looked like shit. So they blew it up to just whatever 8 by 8 inches and filled in the rest. That's why it's not full size cover. I don't even need to ask them. That's why they did it. I know for a fact that's why they did it. Nobody told me that. Don't even need to ask. I just know. I know the band from what I heard because I talked to Mike, the current drummer. They seem, I don't want to use the word pissed off, but a little bitter about it because I did talk to him on the phone about it. And I'm just like, well, look, Mike, dude, I mean, granted, it's not his fault because he wasn't even on those albums. But I told him, I was like, dude, myself alone. He's like, I contacted Eric. I asked him about those 15 years ago doing it, and then I revisited every 6 years or so. I was like, he didn't even reply. I was like, I already knew. I've been saying to do the first 4 Deeds of Flesh, then it changed the first 5 as time went by. But I said the first 4 Deeds of Flesh doing on vinyl, very early Hell's days. We're talking 2005 and shit, back when Mortician Hacked Up for Barbecue it came out. Those were my ideas since then. So let's say 2005, 18 years. That's how long I've been talking about them. And I knew back then, I remember even telling Eric and Chase, I was like, we don't do them, somebody else will. It's only a matter of fucking time. So in their minds, the band's like, oh, these are bootlegs. But I guess they got permission from Repulse Records. Well, Repulse don't own it. But do you guys? Well, Unique Leader owns it. Do they? Do they have it in writing? They got it in writing. You sure about that? Can they show that? Because I brought that test to other bands. I mean, to mention on here because I don't know how fucking much it piss people off. I mean, show me in writing, man. You say you own it, so I'm getting materials from you. They could show me that information. So you can say all you want. Yeah, I know fucking Elvis goddamn Presley. Say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit what your words mean goddamn nothing. Can you prove it? That's what's going to be in a court of law. So they're kind of pissed and say Path of the Weakening. Like, what are you waiting for, man? Have Hells do it or do it yourself. You're going to be another bootleg out there if you keep waiting. Like, it should literally be now if they're kind of pissed about it. And I kind of did tell Mike, I was like, dude, I'd get on those others. Like, not tomorrow, today. Or you're going to be in the same boat. So how about let's just go the simple math? You know me. I was the first one to ask. I was the guy with the fucking idea way the fuck back then. Quite frankly, before even Mike was even in the band, I had the fucking idea. Well, maybe 2005 it was. So right around the time it was, Mark the Legion. And I was asking since then, you know us, you're right down the street. Just go with us. Same with the Discord. She like got it. That's another one. I point blank email Maddie Way. No reply. What are you going to... So here's what's going to happen, dude. Somebody else is going to do that too. It's going to be, oh, you fucking dicks, goddamn bootleggers. That's what it's going to fucking be. Then put it out. What are you waiting for? If it's not hell, somebody else is going to do it. That's what is going to fucking happen. It's inevitable. I'm offering. I got cash in hand. Ready to make offers. Well, it did make offers. No reply. So we'll see who does She Like Got It and Brady, because I'm just calling it out right here. Somebody else is going to fucking do it, and they're going to be pissed about it. So if they're not on it now. So we'll see. But I thought they came out pretty nice. I personally picked up Red Vinyls of each. I was happy to see them come out. So, but I hear they're kind of pissed. Like I said, he said they're not pissed, just kind of like, oh man, what the fuck? And like, well, I sat around for over 20 years, so what do you think was going to happen? Tavian asking about Stargazer. Yeah, there's more shit I personally didn't care about. Never gave it a huge listen, but I did enjoy it. It's a good album. It's got a good story. 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 It's got a good sto I've talked about him briefly in here. Andy Barker, does J-Dog like Mortal Decay? Keep watching the channel, bro. You know that I do. We're scheduled to do the first album on vinyl. Actually, Joe from the band just recently texted me again on it. And I said, yeah, bro. He's like, you still down for it? I was like, yeah, 100% down for it. I definitely want to use that original cover. I was like, you said you sent me files and through email. I was like, I never got them. Oh, shit. And then he says, oh, I'm going to send them right now. That was 2 days ago. I still don't have them. So that's where that's at. But I'm 100% up for it. And I totally didn't want to be. Demon Dodd 57 J Dog. If you haven't already, check out the band Displeased Disfigurement. They're heavy and brutal as fuck. Never heard of them. Are they heavy and brutal as fuck, but sound like the 100 million fucking Devour and Disgorge? If so, to be completely honest, I'm not very interested. Or are they heavy and brutal as fuck, but have originality and have good, catchy, memorable songs? If so, then I'm curious. Toxic Avenger need to get some Mega Slaughter shirts, hoodies in the shop. We've definitely have had Mega Slaughter shirts of the album. Never had hoodies though. We have had t-shirts. Calls from the Beyond. Yeah, Mega Slaughter rules. One of my favorites. If you couldn't tell my user ID, sure could. Yeah, that's that of all the I guess more underground or not as established Swedish death metal albums that came out in the early '90s. I thought that was definitely one of the best ones. Informed about nothing. J-Dog, the gatekeeper of death metal, laughing my fucking ass off. Some canoe tampon boy right there. That's dude. That's I see when I get comments like that, and the ball busting. I actually really like it because it already tells me about the person. I'm like, you already told me a lot about yourself. Told me you're fucking clueless, pretty fucking stupid, and you're not in this scene for the long haul, man. You don't have it here. You don't have it up here. You don't understand it because the fact that you're making that comment means you're completely oblivious to just the very obvious. And everyone that I know that's truly into this as much as I am, or even more, knows exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. To me, you're out of the game in 10 years, and I'm being oh so generous with that 10 years, probably less than that. So I actually like those comments because it gives puts up the fucking watch for deer crossing sign. Got the sign. Oh, okay, here's a poser right here. Anytime I see shit like that, or there's a dress code now, and all those type of comments, yeah, we got a poser in the comments. We got a pink panty wearing poser that ain't gonna be on this. Ain't gonna be watching this channel in 5 years. Ain't gonna be listening to metal in 5 years. Ain't gonna be in this fucking scene in 5 years. Just telling you. That's what it tells me. I'm like, got the caution sign. You already put it up for me, bro. So I love those comments. We just a sign to weed out the weak. 40-year-old virgin in a flat brimmed hat. Yep. They're out there. Question for you, J Dog. Do you think that if you intentionally engage in a lot of boring activities, that you'll have a longer life? Because of time moving slower for you extends time. Fuck if I know. Fuck if I care, bro. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Granted, I don't want to be gone by 50 years old, but my goal is not to make it to 100 years old. Like some people, like, why? Your quality of life's going to be shit. You're going to be withering away no matter how healthy of a lifestyle you live. And again, I've said it a million times, some of the people, they live so fucking healthy. I'm like, okay, dude, even if you make it to 110 years old, but you're not living. So your life sucks. You're not living, you're existing. And you existed for 110 years. I guess if your ultimate goal is just curious, like, well, I want to see what the planet's like in fucking the year 2080. All right, cool. If that's your goal, then more, it's your life. Do what you want. More power to you. Personally, I don't give a fuck. I know it's going to be like dog shit and a half. It ain't going to be better than it is in 2023. And 2023 sucks. Balls, bruh. So for me, just trying to enjoy myself as much as I can, doing the things that I enjoy. After that, get me the fuck out of here as soon as possible. I'm just trying to make it to the goddamn finish line and enjoy myself as much as I can without being a reckless dumbass and get my responsibilities done. Enjoy it as much as I can. Just make it to that goddamn finish line. That's the way I see it. So why would I want to partake in the boring shit if I'm going to live longer? But that's what these longevity people do. It's like, okay, your life is boring and mundane as fuck to live longer. Makes no sense to me. So, but your life, do what the fuck you want to do. Andrew Gabriel, question for J-Dog. What do you think of the band Crucifier, question mark? I think you said you hate these kinds of questions, but I have nothing else to think of. Laugh aloud. I thought the Crucifier was okay. I mean, I got the Nunslaughter Crucifier split. I think I got that compilation LP they did too, when there's demos, rehearsals. It was a band that it's solid shit, but it didn't blow my socks off, so I never went back to it several times. So I probably only listened to Crucifier probably 3 to 5 times in my entire life. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. There's always kind of a background. Another band that's like that is Shub Niggurath from Mexico, Cenotaph from Mexico. Yeah, it's cool. But it's nothing I'm not gonna put it on over fucking Supernatural Addiction. That's for damn sure. If somebody says they love Crucifier, I know Francisco does. Yeah, I can see it. I'm like, yeah, it's good, solid death metal shit. But it didn't blow my socks off. So I'm like, I will go back to it again and again and again. Supernatural Addiction absolutely blew my socks off, and I listen to that very regularly. At least once a year. So they just weren't that category. But it's solid, true shit, and it's of the real goddamn club, that's for sure. You know what I mean? Get one more quickie in here if we got one. Not the comments, but yeah. Box of Chocolate Boys, thanks for the shout out. It's funny how when I see these user IDs, it's all based on my lingo. That's pretty good. I always get a kick out of that. And it doesn't go overlooked. I notice every single one of them when I say it's something I say and they change it like 40-year-old version of flat brim hat, because lingo I use. I always I like it. I get a kick out of it because I'm like, you obviously thought it was funny enough or cool enough or interesting enough to change it to your user ID. So um, yeah, I always thought I get a kick out of it. Andrew Gabriel. Whenever I hear Gatekeeper from one of these tool bags, I just have to ask, do you even listen to metal? Exactly what I said. Didn't I just say that? Or that's the fucking goddamn deer crossing sign for fucking poser. Just like, instead of get the deer off there, just put a fucking poser on there. What would the poser be? Just put him in a goddamn Pantera shirt with a fucking sideways goddamn cap, gold fucking chain, and the big fucking ear gauge goddamn earrings. And what do these canoe ass motherfuckers do these days? Oh, the big fucking beard at 19 years old. They look like they're fucking 47 to make up for the goddamn small dick. Those guys, yeah, that screams poser to me. Put that and just put a warning sign for it. That's what pops off in my ears when when any of them using the word gatekeeper for any of the shit I say. 'Cause, dude, again, the way I grew up and the fucking the homies I hung around in the metal scene, they were way like the Connies and shit. They were way more harsh about, if you want to call it gatekeeping, than I fucking am. Way more. I'm pretty goddamn laid back. I'm pretty open minded and conservative. Now, don't get me wrong, I bust balls and shit. I bust the Pantera balls and stuff like that. But it's not. I never said these guys can't get into it. But when I'm making comments and calling, showing you epidectomony and stuff, and people are just literally almost offended. I'm just like, what is he talking about? That just, dude, you scream again. Poser alert, poser alert. Just fucking the big old sign. That's what comes. Got the sideways fucking cap. That to me, that's what you are. Do you even listen to that? Like, it's fucking didn't need to be explained. Knew it 13 years old personally, and nobody sat me down and gave me the instructions. Just fully figured the fuck out. Black clothes, long hair, headbanging, fuck yeah, band t-shirts, spikes, gauntlets, yeah, verted crosses, yeah, yep. Got it. Makes fucking sense. Fits the bill to me. It's appealing as fuck to me, and this is what I like. Comes close to synergy, you know what the fuck I do. Put the guy 5K answer by the morning. Later, goddamn.